How you doing, guys? Dan here with a little bit of an apology, actually, because I made a huge error in the last video concerning headsets. So, for whatever reason, my brain decided halfway through working out that it was going to start using a different column. And it just started using the ADS sounds rather than the footstep sounds. Absolutely no idea why my brain started to do that. However, this video is up to date. Okay, nothing else has really changed from the last video, apart from the headset difference with regards to the ambient sounds and the footstep sounds. Okay, guys, so the effectiveness chart is now correct. Thank you so much for picking it up in the comments of the last video. Okay, obviously we don't want to be moving forward with false information, so it's extremely important that you know, everything is correct. All right, guys, thank you so much indeed. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy that correct information that we have now. Thanks, guys. See you soon. Oh, and before I forget, yeah, the ComTac 4s are the best. Still, they're still the best. So. How you doing, guys? Dan here, and today we're going to be testing all the headsets in Escape from Tarkov. As you saw in the previous clip, I'm actually a huge fan of the brand new ComTac 4s. And this is because they seem to cancel out most of the ambient noise while still maintaining that level of fidelity and detail to allow you to hear other PMCs fiddling with their weapons, making footstep sounds, that sort of thing. Generally, those sounds that you want to hear to get the upper hand on your opponent. So, let's dive in. We're going to start by organizing the headsets in terms of price. Now, generally in Escape from Tarkov, you get what you pay for, and this certainly seems to be the case with headsets as well. The headsets will be ranked first to last, cheapest to most expensive, and will be awarded points throughout the test based on their positions relative to each other. Disclaimer: all prices were correct at the time of recording. We will be using the flea prices, as that's where most of the players will be getting their headsets, and generally headset prices are pretty stable. So, the results of the first test are as follows. No headset at all is of course the cheapest option, so takes first place. Next up is the GSSh with 15,000 rubles. The M32s come in at 24,000 rubles. Next is the Tactical Sport with 28,000 rubles. And then the RAC headset, which is 29,000 rubles. The Razer headset is 33,000. The XCEL is 36,000. The ComTac 2s are 39,000. Sordin's 42,000, and the ComTac 4s come in at 84,000, making them the most expensive headset available at the moment. Next up, the footstep test. Quiet on the set, please.
What the hell was that?
Like, do full circle or double back on myself?
Yeah, full circle.
Okay. I'll just keep walking around the container then.
Yeah, I'll tell you when to stop. Right then, let's have a look at the results. First, I'd like to explain how I came to my conclusions. In order to make it a fair test, I did not move between the change of headsets. Therefore, my distance to the sound remained constant. All values you see here are peak dB, with 0 being the highest maximum amplitude or volume. That's why all the numbers are negative figures. So that means closer to 0 equals louder. Louder equals more easily heard equals better score. This is of course not the case for ambience, as we're really looking for the ambient sound to be reduced in order to let us hear things better. A great way to explore the effectiveness of a headset is by measuring its ability to help the player differentiate between ambient sounds and player-made noises. This table shows each headset's effectiveness ranked from best to worst, with the ComTac 4s having the greatest difference between player-made sounds and ambience, and no headset having the smallest difference. The difference in these amplitudes was measured during the footstep sequence. Let's get back to those results, shall we? To expedite the process, I've put footsteps and ambience together, as they were both measured at the same time. As it turns out, the brand new ComTac 4s are performing the best out of all of the headsets available to us at the moment, with both the loudest footstep sounds heard by the player and the quietness of the ambience. Unsurprisingly, no headset seems to be the worst for footsteps, but not the worst for ambience. The GSSHs seem to increase the ambient noise, however also give the second loudest footstep sounds. M32s perform similarly to the GSSH with a slightly quieter ambience. ComTac 2s place second with regards to quieting down the ambient noise, with Sordins in close third. We are starting to see a pattern here with the TAC Sports, RAC headset, Razer and XCEL. They're kind of middle of the road, average performing headsets at this stage. So let's move on to ADS noise. Okay, so the results are in. Now I'd like to just quickly say we should take these results with a pinch of salt. There are a number of different ADS sounds in the game, and of course different ADS sounds play each time you aim down the sights. We should really be seeing a pattern in between footsteps and ADS noise, with the only anomalies here being really the TAC Sports and the RAC headset. So the TAC Sports got a 6 with footsteps but a 10 in ADS noise. The RAC headset got a 5 with footsteps and a 2 in ADS noise. The rest of the results really are following the pattern that we've been seeing so far. And that brings us on to our last category here, and that is frequency balance. And frequency balance essentially describes how the headset sounds. Is the headset quite bassy? Does it have a lot of mid-range? Or maybe there's no bottom end whatsoever and everything's in the top. Generally speaking, headsets like the Sordin boost a lot of the bottom end. GSSHs and M32s are very mid-rangey. TAC Sports tend to be quite neutral, and ComTac 2s are generally very toppy. There's absolutely no bottom end whatsoever on the ComTac 2s, which can be quite overpowering for the player. Of course, it's worth remembering that we all have different headsets and different hardware, so it's not going to sound exactly the same between systems. I run the Bear Dynamic DT770s in real life, and these tend to be quite neutral. Whereas if I chose to play Tarkov wearing Beats by Dre, of course a lot of that bottom end, a lot of that bass will be boosted and exaggerated, which will of course change how the game sounds and how all the different headsets sound in game. So really my best advice is to go out there into an offline, turn on the AI, maybe switch on the Scav War, and just have a little listen to how the game sounds through all the different headsets. No one can decide for you which sounds better to you, so just take them all out and see for yourself. It's time. The moment you've all been waiting for. If you made it this far, guys, well done. Proud of you, and thank you so much for sticking by. Let's have a look at these results and see which headset will be crowned Champion Ear Protection 2022. No headset at all comes in with 19 points. GSSHs were awarded 14 points. M32s, 14 points. Tactical Sports, 17 points. RAC, 14 points. Razer, 16 points. XCEL, 17 points. ComTac 2, 18 points. Sordins, 19 points. and ComTac 4's the winner with 12 points. Let me reiterate that this is not scientific research with regards to these results. They would suggest that wearing no headset at all is as effective as wearing Sordins, and I think we can all disagree that that is the case. As I mentioned earlier, what we're really looking for is the difference in between ambient sounds and player-made sounds. This is going to make it easier for you to hear other players and differentiate potential contacts and enemies from the environment. So if you are going to come away from this video with an idea of what headset is the best and which one is the worst, let's use the results on the screen right now. ComTac 4's will give the greatest difference between ambience and player-made sounds, followed by the Razors, M32s, GSSh, TAC Sports, Sordins, ComTac 2s, XCEL, RAC, and then none. I'll continue to experiment with the headsets over the coming streams and really put them through their paces during real raids. It's been an absolute pleasure making this video for you today, guys, and I hope you really enjoyed it. Make sure to do your own research, check out all the different headsets and find out just which one works for you. My favorite headset is not going to be your favorite headset, and that is absolutely fine. If you do have any burning questions, feel free to visit the stream, twitch.tv/DanXert, or you can message me on Discord or Twitter, whatever's best for you. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I'll see you very soon.